Beds, we're back for another episode of the Cheap Seats. It's been 6 weeks, I think, since we did our last one, but there's a lot of sports stuff heating up right now. What are you thinking?
Summertime, it's off season for a lot of things being a New England fan right now, but some stuff is cooking. I love like team building, so the Patriots stuff has got me geeked up. How about you?
Yeah, same here. That's perfect timing, I think, for the pod with all the stuff that happened yesterday in the free agency market, and then finals start tonight. And there's Red Sox sucking, and there's all kinds of different stuff to talk about. So I think it's a great time. I'm glad we're doing a pod. Lot of fun things to talk about.
Randy, I want to love the Red Sox again. It's not going to be this year.
Dude, it's the worst. We'll get to that. We'll get to the Red Sox, but same here. But hey, we get some time. They could go on a run, but we'll save Red Sox talk for a few. So, listen, we're going to do the same thing we always do. We're going to do a 3-minute timer, and we're going to talk about a bunch of different things, rundown style. And then when we're done, we're moving on to the next thing. So, are you ready to go?
Where do we start?
All right, I'm going to hit start. Okay, first thing, it finally happened. Patriots finally traded for A.J. Brown yesterday. What did you think of the trade? What were the pieces again? And what do you think of the trade?
Yeah, so next year's draft, the 27 draft, apparently is loaded. So I think we made out by deferring that to 28. There was also a fifth round that was thrown in there. I think this is a really good move for the New England Patriots. I think some of the stuff with his like perceived injury history is maybe a little bit of noise, but man, we have our number one receiver now, and I'm excited about that. Drake May has his binky. What are you thinking?
I'm optimistic, right? A.J. Brown is a big name. He's produced in the years past, but at the same time, like I am a little cautious because of the way he left Philly
Yeah,
and the way he left Tennessee before that. It seems like him being connected with Vrabel is a good thing,
yeah.
but he kind of forced his way out. He didn't always play nice with the other people on what was a pretty good offense. Probably should have been a little bit better in Philly than he was. So it's like I hope it's like when Moss came to the Patriots. He was awesome with Minnesota, not so much with Oakland. You maybe thought, okay, which way is his career going to go? Is he on the downslope? And then when he came to New England, he exploded. I'm hoping for that same thing from A.J. Brown. It's certainly possible, but I don't know. Do you have any of those concerns?
No, yeah, I guess they were talking points, so they became concerns. But um, a quick question for you, because you brought up Randy Moss, and I'll answer the rest of that here in a second. How old do you think Randy Moss was when we got him?
It's a great question. If I had to guess, 28 years old. How old was he?
So he was 30 years old in two
Yeah.
months when we got him.
Yeah.
And AJ Brown is knocking on the door of 29 years old. So
Oh, a
it's
little
like,
younger. Okay.
yeah, so we got a little bit of youth, or actually the difference is a little bit younger. So there's a couple of things that I like about this. Some of your top tier cornerbacks are like 200-pound guys, right? 6 feet, 6'1".
No.
Dude, AJ Brown is running at 225, 226. He's over 6 feet. He separates well still. He's a big body in the red area. He gets open. He creates separation. And if you have a NFL quarterback on a rookie contract, I mean, isn't this the type of move that you want to provide him with? Like, to Diggs with Josh Allen, as an example. I love this move for us.
Yeah. I guess, yes, am I cautious? Of course I am. But I am very excited about this. This is exactly what Drake May needs. If it goes the way it went for Randy Moss or like how it could go, it could be just what we need on that rookie contract for him. So I'm excited. Like, get me an AJ Brown jersey. Let's go.
Now you have a guy that you need to focus on besides Drake May. I don't know that we really had that last year. I mean, everybody was focusing on stopping Drake May. Now you
Yeah.
got a bigger guy to stop.
Steph Diggs wasn't that guy. He was a good transition piece. He ended up being more of a leader than I thought, but he definitely was not what AJ Brown will be for us. So you hit the timer.
Yeah, man, are we shut off?
We are shut off. So, anyways, you're excited, and that's before we move on.
Can I add one more quick thing?
Yeah, hit me.
Can I break it? You said something awesome a couple of years ago where you're like, Mike Vrabel's the guy. We ended up with Mayo. Randy, you nailed this. This is just part of everything that you get when you have Mike Vrabel. You have Mike Vrabel guys that come over to be with Mike Vrabel. It's showing up in the front office. It's showing up in transactions now. I think this is a really good place to be if we're New England Patriots fans. I just wanted to add that. It's like not only is the product good, the guys that are calling the shots are good.
Um, Love it, dude. All right, let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
Let's talk about the other big trade. Myles Garrett to the Rams. What are your thoughts on that trade?
It's funny, the Rams, I think, in the last 10 years have traded 9 draft picks. I think they've only drafted once in the first
Mhm.
round. Their Super Bowl odds increase. I think they were what, plus 800 to plus 600. The Rams are stacked, dude. And they're coached well. Myles Garrett, dude, regardless of how Will Campbell ended the season, I think that was a knee issue thing.
Yeah,
One
I
of the
hope it.
first games where Will Campbell looked like a rookie was Myles Garrett. That kid is a beast. What a great
He's
get
a
for them.
one of a kind, dude. So, when you saw what they traded for, like, were you thinking, like, man, I would have done that trade if I were the Pats? Like, I would
Yeah,
have loved an opportunity to make that trade.
there's a little bit of an area though with me where I still think we need 1 or 2 more years of having 2 or 3 guys that will get to second contracts before we just start trading draft capital regularly. I
Yeah.
think I think the Rams have just been reloading year after year where they can get rid of their draft capital. They draft so well second round on. It actually makes us look pathetic in certain cases, but the Rams know what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really big get for a team that was very close to going to the Super Bowl last year. So I would say that are they the favorites out of the NFC at this point?
I guess you have to call them that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they have to stay healthy. Everything is contingent upon everybody staying healthy. We know how that is in the
As it
NFL.
always is. Puka needs to not be a nut job. Stafford obviously needs to stay healthy too. I don't know that you have the same year from him as you did last year, or hopefully not. But
Football's going to be good this year. Um,
not that far away, dude. I
it's
mean,
not
it's
that
June
far away.
2nd right now. We're talking. We have the OTAs right now. We have camp in a couple months. Like it's gonna happen. Happen quick.
I there's so many good teams in the AFC. The NFC is looking good. Injuries, hopefully, it's not going to be a factor. There should be some competitive football. Obviously, too, though, you have your bottom feeders that are just going to ruin some weeks because there's just going to be garbage matchups. But football should be entertaining.
Yeah. All right. I'm pumped. So, all right. I'm gonna move on to the next thing, and we're gonna do a minute for this one, just because I want to throw it out there. I want to get your thoughts on Russell Wilson retiring and going to CBS. Is this like a thing? Like that was a headline on ESPN yesterday, and I could not care less that dude's going to CBS. What do you? Is that headline worthy for you?
What is the deal with these guys? Cam Newton has a gig now. It's just
But of
what
all people, man, like Russell Wilson, as if I want to hear what he thinks about football. He seems like one of the douchiest guys. No offense to douchebags. Like I'm just not a huge fan. I don't know. Like I could do without the headline. Like I do whatever, man.
so I have no opinion on this. I want you to keep going with yours. Any other thoughts? Give me something Russell Wilson has done well.
Nothing, dude. Throw picks in the red zone. I think he's been fairly overrated outside of that run they had for a couple of years. And for some reason, because he's married to a celebrity and Sierra's beautiful and all that, and they're like a couple that look well on TV. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to his opinion. He's never been like a guy that I thought so thoughtful. He always just seemed like a weirdo. So,
Hey,
um,
quick shout out to TB12 dominating his freaking broadcasting career. I don't care what you haters say, TB's been dominating.
oh God, I love Tom Brady. I do fear that he's a little bit overexposed at this point. I see him a little bit too much everywhere, but I love it when he calls games. So I'll watch Brady on TV any day.
Dude, when he walked down the runway, I was like, come on, Tom, don't do this. Tom, don't do this. This is the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted to see you with supermodels, like different supermodels, like a plethora of supermodels. I don't want to see you in leather on a runway. Okay.
He's everywhere. All right,
Yeah.
Brady aside.
Yep.
So I would have thought I'm going to start the timer at 3 minutes.
Okay.
I would have thought for sure that we would be leading with the NBA Finals starting tonight.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the Spurs Knicks matchup? Are you excited about this? Are you going to watch any of it? Like, what are your thoughts?
I was really impressed with Wemby. Game 6 and game 7. It's rare for a young guy to have that like fuck you attitude and just want to be the best player on the court. He had an attitude. He was chippy. He was making his teammates chippy. Like I love that stuff. It's alpha stuff. It's not like this beta fish shit that males have these days inside of them where their mothers are doing everything for them. Like this is a kid that fucking wanted it. So shout out to Wemby. Awesome that you're an alien. Good job taking down OKC. That wasn't the question you asked.
No, so the finals preview, like, do the Knicks stand a chance? Because I actually think they do. They've been playing pretty
Yeah.
well, although they've been sitting for so long because they just crushed the playoffs in the East. Like that part always scares me for a team when they've just been on the sidelines so long. Meanwhile, the Spurs have just been in it and they take a couple of days off, and now it's game one. Like
So
who's
let
more
me
ready?
so let me ask you, because I think this answers the question: who's the best player on the court between the two teams? It boils down to Brunson and in the Alien, right? So who would you put your money on?
I would put my money on Spurs 100%, but it's. I feel like it's going to be closer than I initially thought it was.
Yep.
Like at first, it was like whoever comes out of the West is definitely going to win the NBA Finals. But the way the Knicks have been playing, and I hate to say it because I don't love the Knicks, like they're going to be a formidable matchup. And Brunson's freaking good too.
Brunson gives me like Isaiah Thomas vibes when Isaiah was kind of leading us in the playoffs before he hurt his hip. Like it's pretty rare for a smaller guy to lead a team as well as he has. And shout out to him, shout out to the Knicks. Like they're making it work. Karl Anthony Towns, I didn't think that was the move for them. Clearly I'm wrong. That's why I don't work in the NBA. The pieces around Brunson fit well. They've got some good mid-range shooters, but man, the Spurs. I just really loved what I saw game 6 and 7 out of Wemby. So I'm actually leaning Spurs if the young guys sort of take a leap. You know,
Yeah,
if they
and
act like young
it
guys,
seems like they have been.
dude, they just beat the NBA champions in their place, game 7.
Yeah,
That's big.
and their core guys between Harper, Castle, and Wemby are 20, 21, 22 years old. It's freaking incredible.
Look out.
Spurs are minus 190 to win the finals, so they're a little bit of favorites.
You do you realize too, they came within a couple of ping pong balls of actually having Cooper Flag on that team this year. It's man, that would have been nuts.
I would
I,
have been
I
nuts.
man, okay, I'm gonna do this. How fucking lucky are the Spurs? How
Yeah,
fucking lucky are they?
yeah, dude,
Seriously.
they've had a great run over the past like 20 something years.
Yep.
Great organization. This man, I'd be happy to be a Spurs fan. I do want the Spurs to win. If I had to pick, like that's who I want to win. That's who I think will win. So I would actually be happy for them, which is weird. Definitely don't
Um,
want the Knicks to win.
if they punch above their weight, they're going to win. If the Knicks do what the Knicks do, and Karl Anthony Towns is a good number 2 throughout this series, the Knicks win. I know I'm playing both sides, but that's the what if game that you have to play. So officially Spurs.
You're totally playing both sides. All right, next topic.
Yep.
Going back 3 minutes.
Okay.
You're gonna like this one. Should the Celtics trade for Giannis this offseason?
I'm concerned about the lower leg stuff, like the
Yeah.
knee. What goes after the knee is the Achilles. Like that stuff is really concerning to me. He's missed a lot of games the last couple of years. He's a big
Ton
guy.
of games, dude.
Dude, he's played a lot of minutes. He's 31 years old. He was drafted when Kelly Olynyk was drafted.
Yeah.
Um, I'll tell you, Rand, it fixes a problem that we have where we lack one more athletic big, and he would be that guy.
Mhm.
If you could somehow pull it off where you trade Ugo, maybe PP, maybe D White, and a slew of picks, and you get a third team involved, and now you have Jalen Tatum and Giannis. Your GM better be, and he is really good. You really don't have much to fill the rest of that roster.
Afterwards, yeah, you'd be giving a
Yeah.
lot away. I'd hate to lose Hugo. Freaking love that guy. I do feel like White's best days are a little bit behind him. I mean, he's still a great defensive guard. Obviously, I think he was first team all defense, but maybe it's time to cut him loose. I don't know if I want this to happen. The idea of having Giannis is intriguing, but I
Hmm.
like you said, he's been hurt a lot. I don't think it's the Giannis of 5 years ago when the Bucks win the finals, when we're playing them in the playoffs, and he's basically freaking unstoppable, and we somehow get past them. Um, I fear that if we got rid of Jalen as part of, I mean, if there's a way to make it happen without getting rid of Jalen, like I'm more open to that. But if we have to get rid of Jalen, I don't know that I want that to happen. Despite his dribbling issues, despite like everything that you don't like about Jalen, like I freaking love that guy. You know what I mean? Like I would love them to find a way to build around him and Tatum. And if that's not going the honest direction, I think I'd be on board with that.
Yeah. I let's look at it from the lens of it happened. Let's
Hmm?
say it happened, and you got to keep Tatum and Brown. Aren't you like AJ Brown excited here?
Yeah, like definitely talk myself into that. Like if
Yeah.
we manage to keep that as like a big three, That's a very compelling big three.
Yes.
I would take that big three over the Spurs big, like, young up and coming big three. Like, who else is a big three at this point?
I
Like, no one has like a big three quite like that. They have like, ones and twos with like a solid third, but like that's a true big three right there.
Okay, so how about this prediction? So I don't think Boston has a shot at this. Okay, I really don't. We have actually we have a shot at it. Who has a better shot at it?
Golden State,
OKC. OKC.
OKC. It's just if they panic, and that doesn't seem like a Sam Presti kind of move for them to go after a guy like Giannis when he's 31 years old with lower leg injuries. If they did, I think that's like a panic move. Yeah.
Holmgren, Chet is making a bunch of money now.
Yeah.
He's making a bunch of money. OKC has 2 top 14 picks because Presti is so much better at his job than everybody else. They have picks, a plethora of picks from this conversation 5 years from now. The problem here, they're hitting that area that the Celtics hit, and they have to start deconstructing a little bit. They have to start trading out these draft picks because that team is just going to become too costly. And you can kind of fix your math by taking in Giannis and trading your draft pick. So, and I think in the basketball area, I think you have somebody more competitive to compete with Wemby than Chet did, because Chet looked like, what comparison can you give that, Randy? It was just dog shit.
Yeah, he has a big contract. Like, they should be concerned about his level of play. Scared to hold the ball, couldn't do anything. Like, for a guy that was, he's part of their supposed big three, and he did not look like it at all in that series. Big part of the reason they lost.
Yep. So, Celtics end up with him. I'm happy. I'm like 35% that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Well, the teams they've been throwing around are Golden State, OKC, Celtics. Let's talk about LeBron to Golden State. It's always fun for me where people end up. And I always think of 4th of July as like the time that stuff happens. So I'll never forget Kevin Durant summer, where I think it was right around July 4th, where he's with Brady up in the Hamptons. And I'm like, this is happening. And like, it was just, we were on free agency Kevin Durant watch. And it's like that every year now. It's always who's going to go where. And I'm sure it'll be a fun month, and we'll talk about it on next month's episode for sure.
In the great Kelly Olynyk.
He's still in the league. He's on Spurs.
Yeah, he's on the Spurs. And hey, sneaky little thing before we move on. I know the buzzer went. So because we deconstructed, because we are below the aprons, that means we have a mid-level back. So, and we have a large trade exemption. So we could take in almost a $30 million salary. You've got to send something out to make that work. So maybe draft picks, maybe an Ugo, whatever. So the veterans mid-level is $15 million, and you could give it for 3 years. We have that back now. What if you have a good offseason if you're the Boston Celtics?
Yeah.
Would you entertain LBJ?
I've read some things that people are like, he's actually the perfect fit to come play over here. And there's no freaking way LeBron comes to the Celtics. I think it would just be against every like fiber of his being to come play for the Celtics. I'd consider it, but I don't think he would.
I'm in that area, and I didn't think I would get there. Like, I did this with Mike. I watched the end of Mike. I watched the end of Kobe, and I find myself watching Lakers games now. Did I just say that? I just said that.
They're compelling basketball, I think, just with the people they have on their team.
So,
all right. We'll talk more Celtics in a month from now. Want to pivot over to Red Sox, adding 3 minutes on the clock, and give me an update on your thoughts on the Red Sox. You kind of alluded to it at the beginning. You want to like them. You don't.
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
So you keep losing big trades. And then even the guys that you take in your big trades, the Kyle Harrisons, the Vaughn Grissams, with the Chris Sale trade, everything is just not coming up Red Sox. And ultimately, Randy, it's the guy that's calling the shots. And it's not working right now. It's Breslow. It's not working. Like, I love where they're at with pitching, but you got to have guys in the middle of your lineup protecting some of these young kids. And granted, we have some good guys in the farm. We have some of those guys that are now playing on our big team, but You didn't get a bat. You didn't get two bats. Protect these guys. Give them something. You know what I mean? Get us fired up. Win some
Like,
fucking baseball games.
how didn't we go after Pete Alonso? Or maybe we did, and we just didn't really compete. We're like, I thought that was going to be our signing this year. How do we not keep Bregman? How's Bregman doing, by the way? Is he doing anything?
It's mid.
Yeah,
It's mid enough where like the baseball purists, and you know who the baseball purist is in our circle is the great Matthew Veer.
Matthew
Matt Veer
Villa.
would have him on our team in a heartbeat, right?
Yeah,
Um, I just I just think you're overpaying guys now, a little bit over 30 years old to give them contracts north, very close to 40. I just don't like that anymore.
yeah,
But, Bregman's mid right now.
yeah. So I mean, we obviously like maybe it would have been nice to keep him, but not at the expense. It just seems like the team is just doesn't have any bats. I think it's one of like the worst performing teams in a long, long, long time. And as a Red Sox fan, it's super frustrating. As a Red Sox fan that kind of got back into the team last year, came into this season ready to roll, and they're losing me, dude. The only reason I still have Nesson is because I paid for the year, unfortunately.
Well, how about this then? In defense of the Red Sox, have their moves been bad to not sign guys north of 30? You know what I mean? They've been so snake bitten by it over the years. Carl Crawford, Martinez, the list goes on and on and on of bad signings that just didn't work out where you're just paying guys to be severely average. Are we just in an area with the talent pool during free agency that just does not meet their standard of overpaying anymore? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just practicing fiscal responsibility so they actually can pounce when the unicorn's there. Um, Maybe that's the sense they're making of it in their front office. I don't know. I can make excuses for them all day. I just want to see them win baseball games. And whatever they're doing is not working.
So it's been pretty grim. We're coming up on our 3 minutes, and I actually going to do a new 3 minutes here in a second because I actually want to talk about like what are the good things. All right, so let's pivot to that. What are the good things for the Red Sox that you're excited about? I'll start.
Yep.
Jarren Duran was on fire last month. 9 home
Yep.
runs in the month of May. That was nice to see. You know, we're gonna trade him at this point though. Now, like we're still a little like the outfield's still a little loaded when Anthony eventually comes back. So is this like a good thing that we could potentially trade him for more than we could have before?
He always just gives me Jacoby Ellsbury vibes. I love the way
Yeah.
Jacoby Ellsbury played. I don't know what to do with Duran because at one point, when I was looking at the box scores, he's batting 189. You know what I mean? And we're what we were in what 8, 10 weeks into the season. It's like, come on, man,
A
come
lot of
on.
guys batting in the 100s.
Yeah, it's just so it's good. Maybe he's a trade chip from here, but I mean the pitching's been good, Randy, right?
Yeah,
In certain cases.
yeah,
Um, I do like Tolley. I love the kid. I love his
dude,
attitude.
love that guy's vibe. Love his look. He's been doing good. Like I'd be excited. And Early's great too. Like our pitching is not bad.
Yes. Contreras was a hit. That was a net positive at first. I like that move. I mean, it's too bad he's hurt right now. I guess pitching, Contreras, Duran getting hot. I don't know when Anthony's coming back, because I think when he actually does show up and he starts playing healthy, that's an amazing thing for your team. But I don't know. What else you got? What do you think?
Abreu,
Yeah, Abreu.
Mike Willier.
Yeah.
He's a good piece. The Roman Anthony thing is tough. It's really, really hard, man. Like coming out of where he was in the World Baseball Classic before the season started, batting in the front half of that lineup, having home runs in crunch time games, to hitting one home run all season, not a ton of RBIs. Like just, I'll never forget that throw. I think which we talked about in the podcast from left field. Like just a really bad start to the year, and I honestly don't know if he could even turn around. I mean, his injury is real, right?
So it's a pinky ligament.
Yeah,
It's
is that real? That's really what it is.
I mean, you need your hands to swing a bat, you
Yeah, I
know?
mean, is it the dude that has the yips and they say it's your pinky ligament that's freaking hurt, and then next thing you know, you're out for freaking 2 months? Like, yeah, I guess your pinky ligament's hurt, but like, I don't know. They're just, I don't
So
know.
no, I don't know. So another positive is his sister is hot as so hot. So when Anthony does come back, you're gonna get the sister
You got
highlights.
that to look forward to on
Yeah,
Instagram?
we got that to look forward to since Tom Brady isn't giving us that.
That's awesome. I don't know, dude. We could go on a run. like we could heat up. I don't know that we have the bats to do it. So, but it's it is beginning of June. Like this is be a big month. We'll see if we can start winning some series, um, put some wins back to back, and we're not that far out of the wild card, right?
Yeah, well, less than 5 games, so it's like there is a chip in a chair here. So maybe a big bat becomes available. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Macy making her announcement that she's here. If you can hear that in the background,
It's always once a pod.
sure. I'm sure something just flew by the window and she's losing her mind. All right, couple quick hitters.
Okay,
All right.
let's dance.
Did you see? I'm just going a minute for this. El Prez's performance in the May Day home run derby thing.
Yes. The short answer, yes. The second thought is when I saw El Prez, he's no longer skinny El Prez.
He
He's
is
in,
not skinny El Prez. He looks kind of like a mess. I'm
dude,
not like
Randy. That's what I thought. He's getting
yeah.
hammered in the Hamptons all day. He's is El Prez on? He might be getting too fucked up all the time. Watch.
He's just out in the sun all day long, like Leatherface, like beard, hair looking like a mess. I guess he can still swing a bat and hit some home runs. He's still got it, but yeah, I don't know. El Prez is. I
Dude,
miss skinny El Prez,
skinny
but
El Prez. He's 400 million fat El Prez right now.
doing whatever he wants. But it was kind of cool to see his name up there. He has a book coming out soon. I think that might be worth checking out. I don't know if you
Oh,
saw
nice.
that.
Nice. No, I didn't know
Something.
that.
I think it's like an autobiography or something that he's been writing.
I find him
So
so fascinating, by the way. He's
yeah,
he's had some amazing things thrown at him, and the way that he fights everybody, and he just comes out smelling like roses is amazing.
yeah. I do feel like he's lost a little of the shine over the past couple years. But I still want Barstool to succeed. It's just played such a big role for me in the past like 15 years. But last thing, this is going to be a non-issue for you. I don't want to bring it up, but
Okay.
sporting events for the summertime. World Cup, is that even on your radar?
No, you?
Not at all. I don't know, dude. Like I've been seeing stuff. I've been seeing that they've had a hard time selling tickets in certain areas. I kind of feel like it would be cool to go see, just to say, hey, I saw a World Cup. People seem to obviously be into it across the world. I've never been into it. Maybe I'll watch the USA team, but I don't really know if they're good or not. I'm sure they're not good, but I don't know if they're like frisky enough to think that they might upset someone and make it to the actual bracket or whatever, or they'll just get smoked in pool play. But in terms of like summer sporting events coming up, that's certainly one of those things that's out there.
This makes me think to bring up. This is just such a random pivot. I'm sorry that I'm doing it, but it reminds me of what Steph Curry did in the Olympics. Like these are just these random things. The World Cup, the Olympics for basketball.
Yeah.
Like I'm always
World
so
Baseball Classic.
yeah,
They had the tournament for hockey. If like what is it? The four countries
yeah.
that was in Boston. The finals. Like I kind of like those different things. It creates opportunity for cool moments. In on the big stage.
Steph Curry's moment where he hit all of those threes to win the game for USA. Well, that's
Yeah.
actually really it's maybe like a top 20 moment for me watching basketball. And I guess maybe that will happen in the World Cup. I'll throw it on. It ends up being a really good game, but no, it's not even on my radar.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else coming up this summer, sports wise? It's finals will be over soon, so it's gonna be off season basketball, training camp football coming up, the lull of the regular season for Red Sox. Like what else is there? We have a couple majors left for golf, right? We get the Open, got the US Open. I think those are the last two.
Yeah, with
So we
the
have that kind
Spurs,
of coming up. But with no Tiger, I'm always kind of loosely following it, maybe bet on it or something like that. But I don't know. There's just nothing out there that's really kind of on my radar.
could we do, and it's on your list, and I don't know if we kind of shuffled some stuff around, but I'm actually really curious to hear what you think about this. The topic was, what does a successful Drake May season look like? I mean, is it okay to go back to football? Because we're year 3 of this kid.
Yeah, let's close down. We'll do 2 minutes on this and then we'll wrap it up. But because that really is the next big thing coming. We're going to see more of that. The Patriots are starting off against the Seahawks Super Bowl rematch to start the season in September. And I think that a successful season for him would maybe be like 10 or 11 wins, still somehow get into the playoffs. They're definitely not going to be the number one seed, in my opinion. But if they were able to have that kind of season, 10, 11 wins, playing a one seeds schedule, like I think that would be good. Like, what do you think of? successful season is for him.
So I like an 11-6 record. I've mocked the snot out of the season. I think there's a couple of them in there that are going to surprise, that we're going to pull off. I love the talent on this team. I think if our line play is better this year, a healthy Will Campbell, we've got the left guard now. We've got our left guard that moved to center where he naturally was, athletic, played at Georgia. Dude, if you can fix the line issues, now you got a new toy. This is sort of the big boy area for Drake May. Like you drafted a tight end, you have two new big body wide receivers. This is the year where it's like, okay, this is a consecutive year for the first time in 5 years. Watch me just drop some knowledge, Randy. Let me pour it out.
You're feeling it, dude.
I think this is the first time in 5 years that he's had back-to-back OCs. So he's got year 2 of Josh McDaniels. He's got some toys. I just saw a video of him throwing a back shoulder to A.J. Brown, and A.J. just snagged it with one hand.
I saw that. Sorry.
Did it not fire you up?
It looked great, man. It looked freaking real great.
Yeah. So I hope Drake May. So actually, I'm going to end it with this statement. If you could win back-to-back AFC East titles and hold off the Bills, and it's because your quarterback took the next step, that's going to be huge. That's when you and I, as Patriots fans and other Patriots fans, are like, fuck yeah, we're in this again.
Yep. Fire it up, dude. We'll be watching. So
a lot of swearing today, dude. Sorry.
That's great, man. I love it. You know me. I don't hold back with the swearing. So any pickleball updates?
Yeah, I'm back. So for those of you that didn't know, I hurt my back again because I bent over to hit a pickleball and it decided to hit my nerve and I couldn't walk for 4 weeks, which was lovely. I'm back for 2 weeks. I was fasting a lot. I feel light still. I feel like I'm moving well. New paddle, loco.
It's been hard. It's been hard to line up the foursome, that's for sure. But it's busy time of year.
Yeah, that's actually something that I was missing. It's like that Tuesday bookmark that we have gives us a reason to see each other, gives us a reason to be athletic. It sucks when it's not there.
Yeah. But next week we're back.
Randy, what's your update on pickleball? Where are you at?
I still love playing. I do feel like overwhelmingly busy in life, so I even today I feel myself like after the hour and a half mark being like kind of checked out. My head's other places. So I do like the fact that we're moving our bodies and sweating. But a lot of times lately, it's hard for me to not feel like, man, I need to be doing something else.
Yes.
But I think I can get past that. It's just one of those stretches for the past few weeks.
And that happens.
Yeah.
Young kids, young family. I get it.
Totally, dude. So, but yeah, we'll be back next week. And hopefully Biddeford will dominate.
And yeah, we need to dominate. We'll end it at that. It's time to turn this bus around. Is it turned around yet? I think it's facing in the right direction. If we get focused Randy, if you get Chris Bedard that doesn't have these like 3-minute stretches where you're like, what the hell is he doing?
I like that. The bus is turned around. Let's get it going in the right direction.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
So, all right, dude. Good pod. We'll do it again next month.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.